Hey, was geht? Heute gehen wir mal auf Essen von unserem Nachbarland. Nicht Frankreich, die Schweiz. Ja. Mal gucken, ob wir was davon erkennen. Ist bestimmt auch gut. Also, los geht's. Play. So, geht los.
Switzerland's unique climate and multitude of travel destinations provide a perfect opportunity for an indulgent feast. When visiting this majestic country, you will be using a lot of your energy because you will walk, hike and swim. When you're having a Swiss food adventure, you are basically tasting flavors of German, Italian and French origin. It's a whole European feast in one country, so be prepared. More than tasting the flavors of Switzerland, you can also explore how their food is made, especially cheese and the hundreds of cheese factories you can check out. There's no denying that food is a great way to explore the country's food. If you take one of these guided tours in cheese factories, you will learn that they make cheese because of the milk surplus they get from the many cattle they have. In order not to waste any milk, a smart solution is to turn them into cheese, which lasts them for months. You will encounter more surprising facts like this as you explore Switzerland. An extraordinary food adventure definitely awaits you in the Swiss Alps. Here is a look at the top 10 foods to try while visiting in Switzerland. Number 10. Alpine Macaroni. It might be hard to pronounce it, but the name of this dish is derived from two easy words, Alpine and Macaroni, which makes perfect sense once you know what the dish is. Also called the Swiss Alpine Macaroni, this treat is a variation of the American favorite mac and cheese. This is made by combining macaroni pasta, potatoes, onions and of course cheese. Because this is a household dish in Switzerland, it is flexible and easy to make. You can find versions where their Alpine Macaroni has bits of smoky bacon and some other spices and herbs. The twist of this Swiss version, compared to the American one, is the usual applesauce puree that goes on top to complete the flavor. Number 9. Rosti.
Die mag ich.
Rosti is one of Switzerland's national dishes and comfort food. Traditionally known to farmers of Bern as a typical breakfast, this dish is now popular all over Switzerland. Usually consumed after a day hiking the great Swiss mountains, this dish will fill you up and replenish your
Aber auch hauptsächlich nur die Ecken, die sind auch geil.
area and the Matterhorn mountain, do not miss the chance to have this tasty meal. This flat cake is made of shredded potatoes and some onion, deep fried in butter, smothered with cheese, then topped with fried egg. This is similar to hash brown, but with a European twist. When you first try this, make sure to get a bit of every ingredient in one spoonful heap to get the perfect fraction of this Swiss delicacy. Enjoy this food with some tasty Swiss sausages on the side and a rich onion gravy. Number 8. Käseschnitte. Nothing can get as European as this bread soaked in white wine and smothered with raclette cheese. You can get this dish topped with some green garnish.
Raclette habe ich noch nie probiert.
Basically, you can put everything on top, even fried egg. And even though
Aber bestimmt geil.
Wine, you don't really taste the alcohol, but it adds just the right aroma and flavor. Cheese and egg really taste well together and adds layers to the flavor. Number 7. Swiss chocolate.
Oh, Schokolade. War klar, das ist
Swiss chocolate has a revered reputation all over the world. Europe discovered chocolate in the 16th century, but it was only in the 19th century that Swiss chocolate gained fame. Wherever you go in Switzerland, you will find boutiques selling different types of chocolate, truffles and pralines. They also sell chocolates in different shapes, sizes and flavor, like those mixed with nuts or fruits. However, since Swiss chocolate is world famous, it has a high price point compared to ordinary chocolates found elsewhere. You'll only be in Switzerland so many times in your life, so why not indulge in some rich, smooth and decadent chocolates like no other in the world? You can also bring home some as gifts to family and friends when you get home. They will surely love it. Number 6. Swiss sausage.
Okay.
This common Swiss snack has many counterparts all over the world. It is also popular in neighboring countries such as Germany and Belgium. The Swiss version is usually made of beef and veal. During preparation, the meat is cured, smoked and dried, which results in the desired juicy and savory flavor. Sausages in Switzerland are usually grilled over open flame, where the ends are cut because they expand once cooked. They're also served uncooked or just boiled sometimes. Swiss sausage have lighter flavors than the Belgian version that has a stronger meat flavor. Commonly served in a sandwich meal, you can get these sausages as takeaway in many restaurants in Switzerland. You can have this snack on the riverbanks while watching geese swim around. There's a version called currywurst, a thinner sausage served with curry sauce made with tomato, curry powder and some spices.
Das ist aber deutsch. Wie auch immer.
Number 5. Cordon bleu.
Hab gar nicht gewusst, dass es aus der Schweiz kommt.
Cordon bleu is a typical Swiss dish that is famous all over the world. It is made with veal meat cut in the middle, where they put a thin slice of ham and cheese. It is then breaded and pan-fried until golden brown. It has that desirable crunch on the outside and gooey, runny cheese on the inside. The best part about this dish is the perfect combination of the flavors and textures and the different layers. It is easily one of the best Swiss comfort foods. If you have had a different style of this dish before coming to Switzerland, like chicken cordon bleu, you must try the original one. This dish can be eaten along with different sides like French fries or some vegetables. Number 4. Nusstorte.
Wie das ausspricht,
Originating
Alter.
from the canton of Graubünden is this traditional Swiss sweet called Nusstorte or nut tart. It is made with short crust pastry filled with chopped nuts, caramelized sugar and honey. It is a common find among bakeries in Switzerland. In every shop you buy this from, you might get a slightly different version. Nut tarts became famous in the 1920s. It is considered special since the nuts used in making this dessert does not grow in Switzerland because of its climate. It has a crumbly texture and a sweet flavor because of the caramel.
Sieht geil aus.
Best enjoyed with coffee, you can have this after a tiring day for an instant energy boost. If you come to Samoritz, there is a cafe in the area that is famous for making this special delicacy. Number 3. Tartiflette. When in Switzerland, expect to be eating a lot of cheese. That's a given, especially when most dishes has at least one.
Stimmt, hier ist neues mit Cheese oder was?
This
Käse.
dish is not an exception to this rule. Tartiflette is a staple dish in ski resorts. It is made using a combination of thinly sliced potatoes, bits of bacon, caramelized onion, and reblochon cheese. The starchy flavor of the potatoes and the smokiness of the bacon
Geil.
put this delicacy at the top of the best street food list in Switzerland.
Nicht schlecht.
Number 2. Raclette.
Raclette.
No Swiss gastronomic adventure is complete without mentioning raclette. It is a local Swiss cheese grilled slowly over fire. The gooey melted cheese is scraped off and poured over boiled potatoes, onions and pickles. Just bring some patience with you as grilling the cheese takes some time, while eating it can be done just in a blink. Practice the virtue of patience while sipping some wine. Grilling raclette is common in many Swiss households, where they use small and portable raclette grills. Number 1. Cheese fondue.
Oh, hatte ich auch noch nie. Will ich aber mal probieren.
This should come as no surprise that cheese fondue takes a spot in the best foods to try while in Switzerland. Fondue literally means melted in French and is also available in Italy and France. You can have this Swiss goodness in many restaurants and streets all over the country. You'll be getting a pan of cheese and melt it right at your table over open flame. You get some boiled potatoes and bread to be dipped in hot melting cheese using a long fork. These two are the best tandems to cheese fondue. The fluffiness of the boiled potatoes and softness of bread combined with a gooey cheese spell heaven. Serving this with tea can bring so much comfort in the cold winter days in the Alps. There are no rules when it comes to having good food adventures in Switzerland. You can freely drink wine
Okay, ich glaube, das
and
ist
enjoy some
fertig.
street food by the river in the afternoon, or take a walk with some takeout food to check out some world-class architecture. However, it is certainly not a low-budget destination, but it makes sense to spend more for an adventure of good food with equally good sights. You don't have to worry because you surely get what you pay for.
Okay, das war's. Sieht alles lecker aus. So, das war's mit dem Video. Danke fürs Zusehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.